Hi everyone, I'm Mom and welcome to Momda's Life Handmade. I want to welcome you to Using Trash to Create Treasure Challenge. Using Trash to Create Treasure Challenge is hosted by Casey from Coffee with My Sunshine, and I'm so happy and proud to say that this month I am her co-host. So welcome everybody. Just like Casey, I strongly believe in repurpose, recycle, reuse, reduce the waste, reduce the garbage waste dumps on earth, go a little eco-friendly. I strongly believe in all this, and therefore I try to reuse and recycle as much as I can. And I have been following Casey since a long time, and I love her trash to treasure videos, and I think I have participated in each and every challenge of hers, and therefore I am thankful to Casey for giving me the opportunity this month to co-host this challenge along with her. So I welcome you all along with Casey. So there is a playlist, and I'll put links to both Casey's channel and her challenge playlist in my description box. Today I'm going to recycle a lot of items. So I'm going to do recycled paper, recycled cardboard, recycled plastic, recycled tin, even recycled fabric. So all these 5 items, I'm going to recycle them and turn them into some everyday utility, everyday use items that turn out so beautiful. Not only they are useful, they can be put as decor as well. Let's get started, and I'll show the reveal at the end of all the DIYs, so stay tuned. I'm starting this DIY with an envelope which has already been used. So I use it to store items, but it's returned so I cannot send it. So today I'm going to craft with it. So first I'm going to cut it open and get a piece of clear paper which is not been written over. So now I have one solid colored paper, a rectangular sheet, and I'm folding it into half breadthwise, and this way I can get a very symmetrical pattern. So I'm going to create a oval shape with a cut base and cut this out to get my symmetrical leaf shape to begin with. So when I open it, it's a oval shape, an oblong shape with a flat base. So now I fold it again and I start folding from the midline. So I'm going to make an accordion kind of fold or a fan kind of fold, folding it again and again from center outwards till one side is done. Then I turn it over and again do the accordion fold on the other side. It's important to begin folding from the center so that we have the central crease, and it will give it a more and a better kind of look. Make sure to score the edges so that the crease is crisp and sharp, and all the crease is parallel to the center line. This is so important why we should fold from center outwards. Now this is how it looks. I'm just opening it, broadening it on the top side and letting the lower side stay close together. Next I took a piece of skewer, place it in between the folds, preferably on the back side, and then using a clear tape, I'm just securing everything together really tight. Then I took this leftover piece of paper in the same color, and I'm going to cut out a ribbon, a broad ribbon kind of strip, and add some craft glue to it, and then glue on the base to give it a more neat finish. And one palm leaf is ready. I'm going to use this pale green envelope again. I had used it for some craft work before as well, and there's still a lot left, and I make another leaf out of it. So here are 2 of these, the one in pale one also. So let's give it that serrated palm leaf look. I turn it over, make sure I have the central field I have the central leaf intact, and I snip off V shape crease from the back side. So here is the center one intact. Now keeping that in mind, I go ahead and snip off V shaped from the sides as well. This I am doing it from the back so that I get the good V shapes in the front side. So I go from center outwards again in this way. So here's the difference, and it looks nice, pretty. So once it's done, just fan it a little, spread out the top portion, and I have two beautiful palm leaves ready for decor. The boho fresh vibes are here. For the next DIYs, I'm using this bottle of moisturizer. It's empty and I need to take the label off. Luckily, this is the plastic label covering this bottle. I'm just cutting it through and peeling it off. And what I have is a pure white clean plastic bottle. Therefore, I can use it without painting or doing anything to it. I'm going to open it and wash it and clean it. So I've got two of these, and I'm going to use its attachment as well. So I'll make one into a vase, another into a hand wash dispenser. Now I took this clean empty bottle. I want to make it into a vase, and I'm going to take some jute string and glue it over the region, the neck region, which has the threading portion, because the threading doesn't look nice. It doesn't need to look like an empty plastic bottle. So therefore I'm going to cover the threading area. So I added some hot glue, and I'm just going to bind it all around and cover it and glue it tight or fix it here. Now once this is done, I'm going to take some more jute string and tie a little bow just below the neck, because I want to give it a little decorative look as well, and therefore a simple little knot there, and cut the string to the size. Now this is a trick I have learned over time with crafting, that jute strings have these frayed edges which are difficult to work with when I want to add beads to it. So I just add a small little piece of tape here, and it now behaves very decently. It's like a needle now, and therefore it can go through the beads very easily. So I'm taking some off-white wooden beads, and I'm making the rope go through it, feeding the rope through two of the beads, and then tie a knot in the end. The knot will secure, and the end of the jute rope and the beads will not drop out. I'll do the same on the other end as well, and to the other bottle as well. Next, I just cut off any extra jute string that is left, and this vase is ready. Boho chic vase, and to accompany it I have this dispenser where I just added the bow and the beads to it. Because the dispenser lid is there, I did not cover that portion with jute. Now this looks great together, great useful boho decor. I need some place to keep these two bottles, so this is an empty cardboard cookie box, a perfect size to accommodate the two bottles. So first thing, I'm using some paper tape, and I'm closing these edges, which are the lids or the openings of this box, tightly so that it maintains its shape throughout its life, the second life. Next, I'm using a sharp knife, and I'm going to cut this box open. Be careful while you're handling knives. Don't cut through the box or don't cut your fingers. So once I've cut open the top lid, I'm going to use more paper tape. Now when I cut it open, you noticed that I have left two wing kind of things on the either side of the lid. so that I can fold them in and give more strength to the ends, which were the opening ends of the box. So it gives more strength to the box. The box is going to be more sturdy. So more paper tape on these two sides to close these wings together and to give more strength to the box, and the shape is maintained. Next, I'm going to take the same envelope colored paper. So from the envelope, the one side is written over, the other side is plain again, and I'm just going to wrap up this box neatly with this paper so that it turns out unified color. Now this is all covered, looks pretty decent but boring. So I took this piece of satin ribbon. This was part of those delegates card holder for conference. I just kept it because it has the solid color thick satin ribbon. So it was also stuck with glue gun. So I just took this attachment out and I'm going to glue it right in the center. The white and the brown paper will go very well with the dispenser. My useful boho decor is ready. Hi my old friends, and a warm welcome to the new ones as well. In my channel, look around if you're new here, which is doing all about crafts, DIYs, trash to treasures, high-end tubes, all kinds of crafts related to home within budget. And if you love such content, please consider subscribing by hitting the red subscribe button given below the video, and to hit the bell notification with the ringing bell option so that you're notified and stay updated with all my upcoming videos. Next, I took two empty cheese tins. These have been used up, eaten up and cleaned, and it's nice and empty. It has got this nice golden color. Next, I took this popsicle stick and I have divided it into 3 equal sizes, and I'm going to cut it into 3 equal sizes using a knife. Just put a little pressure and make those cuts on the markings that you want, and then just snap it into 3 pieces. Now I'm going to take one of them and add these as the foot or the feet to my tin can to give it that high raised pedestal look, which looks really high end. So I'm using some hot glue to attach my feet to the tin can. Now one has to be careful to maintain the same height, otherwise it will be lopsided. T-shirt yarn. So T-shirts of my kids which become small and cannot be used anymore and are of the solid color, I just cut them into long strips of 1 inch thickness and then just pull them together. They become like a yarn. So I have a long yarn ready out of t-shirt yarn ready. I'm just going to glue it, wind it around on the outer edge of the tin can and just glue it there. I'll make sure no gaps are there and the tin can edge is not at all seen. These knots are going to give a little more character and interest to the surface, and I think they look nice. So I have 2 of them, one in light blue, another in deep blue with a height or a pedestal, and they look really good. So for the lighter color one, I took some false strip of leather that I had in my stash. I'm just going to take 2 strips out of it, about 3 inches long and a centimeter wide, fold it like a handle, place it on one edge. I'm going to glue it there, and then I took a copper colored thumbtack and I'm going to attach it there. And this will look really nice, like a leather with metal embellishment. So 2 false leather handles on 2 ends, and it really looks very high-end boho chic, recycled, really meaningful decor. Now for the dark colored pedestal container, I decided to use some jute rope because it will look great on the color. So I have this wooden button and it will look good against the dark tin can. So I'm going to feed in my rope through this button such that it lies flat against the rope, or it will lie flat against the container. And then I'm going to place it on the side which I want to be the facing side, and then wind around the jute rope twice and then bring it in front next to the button and tie a neat bow. I was not happy with this bow, so I did this again, and here I have this decent tidy little bow here. So now my boho chic cans were ready for storage as well as for boho decor. I'm very happy how all the DIYs turned out. They are made out of 5 different kinds of recycled items. They look very boho chic, very beautiful, and are very useful at the same time. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, share this video, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Make sure to go to the playlist and tell Casey, if you're new to her channel, tell her that I sent you. Thank you everybody for your time and support, and I'll see you soon with another DIY. Until then, stay positive, be creative, and be happy. Thank you.